If I look at my journey with the human design, I have really one suggestion, the first and the only suggestion to start with, to continue and to master. And it is to get to know your aura. C'est tout. That's it. And I have 2 tips around that subject of knowing your aura. Now I talk as a manifestor, and I talk to manifestors, but my voice can be also maybe correct for other types. And the first thing will be to be alone. And when I say to be alone, I don't mean to sit in a coffee alone when nearby me there are other people. I mean alone, it's also a physical thing, aura physical thing, mechanic thing, and it's also an inner space thing. From the mechanical thing, the aura stretches out like 1.5 meters, and if I calculate the aura of the other person, it's another 1.5 meters. So 3 meters included, 10 feet. In the moment the auras are touching, his energy will influence me, and my energy will influence the other person. And this I want to have clear. In this I want to be alone, in my aura, alone. And I'll explain why. The other thing, the more inside thing, even if I'm alone, and let's say aura alone, that is what I mean, still there can be things that are not correct for me. Can be that children are playing and making noise and I just need quiet, a mental quiet time. Or even a person can talk to me from more far away, it doesn't matter. To have a peaceful time, and this is really for manifestors. And what does it make? That I have alone time. Also, I get less the not self of other people at me. It less comes to me. This is an important thing to find peace. But more so, okay? I'll give an example in a different way from my perspective. I don't drink alcohol already, some men, like 7-8 years, I don't know. Once I used to drink, not much, but I could drink 4 beers and I was drunk but not wasted. Now, if I take one zip of alcohol, I will be drunk. I will be drunk. But if I continue each day to drink 1 zip, I will get immune with time. Is alcohol healthy for me? It's not a yes or no, you know? Yes or no. It's the amount that is correct for me. Now I'm totally clean. Yes, I could drink some, but I choose what I choose in regard to alcohol. And it's not the story now. So, with mixing my energy with others people energy, I'm born into the world where we live in a tribe. Most people, family, parents, siblings, school, kindergarten, college, university, we are just hanging around in groups. Luckily, I was always a bit an outsider for me, luckily for me. Always the weird guy from the outside that nobody could change his mind. I did my trip and just let me be, let me do my trip. That was me, always. But still I was in the tribe of the family. Still I was in the tribe of the circle of friends I had when I was a teenager. But later, as an adult, it was just me with myself. So we are conditioned. We are conditioned to be among other people. And mostly there is the generator engine, motor, frequency, that we don't know when enough is enough, and clearly we don't know when enough is enough when we are near it all the time since we are born, and maybe we are in a relationship or married and we sleep in the same bed. Even at the night time I cannot get cleaned up just with myself, just with my conditioning. Why I need another conditioning of another person? This is the first tip, to get cleaned. And then when I'm more clean, when I feel more my energy just with myself, with no other energies mixed inside, and I go meet another person, even if not a generator, but especially, yes, if a generator, I can feel how it influences me, and I can be much more accurate on the timing when enough is enough for me. This is a very important thing. And the second thing is a short thing, and it will be, this was to clean up from other people's auras and conditioning, and to get a break from the not-self of other people. Now, how we deal with our own not-self. And I feel the best activity I have, that I do daily, just spontaneously, is doing nothing. And when I say doing nothing, it is not walking, it is not listening to music, it is not chatting with a friend or texting with a friend, it is not seeing a movie. It is all standing or sitting or lying, even not meditation, no. Even not meditation, I will not explain why, but no. And I'm just there with whatever comes up. Thoughts are coming, I let them come. I let myself fly with them around space. I let myself identify with them. Whatever comes. Maybe I just watch some birds flying by, or whatever, a firefly, a butterfly, a lot of fly. Doesn't matter. What happens in that moment, all this accumulated thing in the mind just is starting to go out. And I feel that my mental strength in doing nothing and being present with thoughts that are coming up, with emotions that are coming up, like impulses of I need to do that, I'm craving now chocolate, and I normally just go and do it to observe. And this observation of what comes up, I feel it helps to strengthen the mental mind. And this helps to observe my not self and not just act upon it, not just act blindly with the not self. So those two things are helping to know the aura. Getting time alone in my aura, time alone in my aura to get peace. And strengthening my mental process, my mind. And in that, those two tips, those two conditions that are helping me to reconnect with the aura. And it doesn't matter what words I will say to you, this is your aura, it's like that, and this comes up, the peace, anger, closed, repelling, doesn't matter. Who do I impact? All those keywords, it doesn't matter. You need to feel it from the body. I need to feel the story of my aura in the body. And it's a story. And all those keynotes and explanations, they are just images popping up here and there. But the puzzle, the story is not complete if I don't leave it inside my body. And those two tips, I feel they help me. Maybe for you, and maybe not.